This is a story of a man who was always busy providing for his family, but slowly becoming a stranger to them. "Ethan, you promised." The words were quiet, but they hit hard. Ethan froze at the door, his tie half knotted, laptop bag hanging from his shoulder. His son stood there, holding a small cardboard project. "You said you'd help me finish this. Yesterday." Ethan glanced at his watch. 7:12 a.m. "I know, buddy. Work has been crazy." "You always say that." Silence. From the kitchen, his wife, Sophia, watched without saying a word. That was worse. "I'll be back early today," Ethan said quickly. His son didn't respond. He just nodded, like he had heard it before. Because he had. By 8:03 a.m., Ethan was already at the bank. Computers humming, phones ringing, pressure everywhere. "Ethan, we've got a discrepancy here." "Ethan, this account needs balancing." "Ethan, check this before audit sees it." He didn't sit, didn't breathe, didn't stop. Because in his world, mistakes weren't forgiven, they were deducted. One wrong entry, and it came out of your salary. So Ethan worked carefully, quickly, relentlessly. At 6:45 p.m. his phone buzzed, Sophia calling. He glanced at it, hesitated, then declined. "I'll call her back," he whispered. He didn't. By the time he got home, the house was quiet. Dinner was cold, lights were dim. Sophia sat on the couch. "You missed it again." Ethan dropped his bag. "I tried, but..." "It's always but work, Ethan. I'm doing this for us." She looked at him, tired. Not angry, just tired. "We don't need more money," she said softly. "We need you." That night, Ethan sat beside his son's bed, watching him sleep. "I'm doing all this for you," he whispered, "but I'm never here." That thought didn't leave him. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Ethan became everything the bank wanted: reliable, available, dependable. But at home, he was fading. Missed dinners, missed school events, missed conversations. Until one evening, he walked in and heard something he wasn't supposed to. "Is Dad coming this time?" his son asked. Sophia paused. "I don't know." That broke something. That weekend, something unusual happened. Sophia insisted. "You're coming with me." "Where?" "A networking event." Ethan frowned. "I don't have time for that." She looked at him. Exactly. That night, Ethan stood in a room full of strangers, well-dressed, confident, relaxed. It felt different. People weren't rushing. They were talking, listening, connecting. Ethan stood at the corner, uncomfortable, until someone approached him. "Not your usual environment, is it?" Ethan turned. An older man stood there, smiling calmly. Ethan chuckled slightly. "Is it that obvious?" "What do you do?" the man asked. "I work in a bank." The man nodded. "I thought so." Ethan raised an eyebrow. "How?" "The way you stand," the man said. "Alert, but tired." Ethan smiled faintly. "That obvious, huh?" "Very." They both laughed lightly. After a pause, the man asked, "Are you enjoying it?" Ethan hesitated. "Honestly, I don't even know why I'm here." The man tilted his head. "Maybe you're here to see something you've been missing." That line felt intentional. "What do you mean?" Ethan asked. The man took a sip of his drink. "You work hard, don't you?" Ethan nodded. "Every day." "And how's that working for you?" That question again. Ethan didn't answer immediately. Instead, he said quietly, I'm losing more than I'm gaining." The man studied him, then said, "I was a banker too." Ethan looked up. "Really?" 22 years. Ethan leaned in slightly. "Then you understand." The man nodded. "I understand the pressure, the fear, the cycle." "Cycle?" Ethan repeated. "Yes," the man said calmly. "The one where you wake up early, work all day, come home late, and somehow still feel behind." Ethan exhaled slowly. "That's exactly it." The man stepped closer. "Ethan, you've put your entire life inside one system." Ethan frowned. "I don't have a choice." The man shook his head. "You do. You just haven't seen it yet." Ethan stayed quiet, listening. "You think you're just a banker," the man continued, "but you're in one of the most powerful positions." "How?" Ethan asked. "You see money move every day," the man said. "You see businesses grow or fail. You see people with wealth and people struggling." He leaned in slightly. "But you only use that access to earn a salary." That hit deep. "So what did you do differently?" Ethan asked. The man smiled. "I stopped working only in the system and started learning from it." Ethan didn't fully understand, but something had already shifted. That night, for the first time in a long time, Ethan didn't open his laptop. He sat quietly, thinking. The next day at work, nothing changed, and yet everything did. Ethan still worked, still handled tasks, still faced pressure, but now he was observing. Not just accounts, people. He noticed the clients who came often, the ones handling serious money, the ones making decisions. Instead of rushing them through, he slowed down, just a little. "Busy week, sir? How's business going? That sounds like a big project." Small conversations, but real. At home, something else changed. One evening, his son came to him again. "Dad, can you help me now?" Ethan looked at his laptop, then at his son, and for the first time, he closed it. "Come here," he said. It was a small moment, but it meant everything. From then on, Ethan made a quiet decision. He would still work hard, but not at the cost of everything else. He started creating space, learning at night, not endlessly, just consistently. Understanding how money worked, how deals were structured, how people built wealth. At work, he became more intentional, not louder, not busier, just sharper. Clients started noticing him. "You ask good questions," one said. "I'm learning," Ethan replied. Months later, one of those conversations turned into something more. "Ethan," a client said one afternoon, "I need someone I can trust to help monitor a project." Ethan hesitated. "I've never done that before." The man smiled. "I know. That's why I trust you." That was the beginning. It wasn't overnight, but slowly, Ethan began stepping into a different space, still working at the bank, but no longer trapped in it. Years passed, and one day, he came home early. His son ran to him. "Dad, you're home!" Ethan smiled. "I told you I would be." Sophia looked at him. Something in her eyes had changed. "You're different," she said. Ethan nodded. "I had to be." Because he finally understood something. Hard work is not the problem. But when your hard work costs you your life, your time, your family, and still doesn't move you forward, then something is wrong. The trap is not effort. The trap is never stepping back long enough to see the bigger picture. If this story made you feel something, don't ignore it. Ask yourself, are you building a life or just maintaining a cycle? If this resonated with you, Like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment below, I choose better. Because sometimes, the life you're working so hard for is the one you're slowly losing. And now you know, the trap no one warns hardworking people about.